Welcome to Essential Think. This video will help you understand what narcissistic behavior is, determine whether you are in a relationship with a narcissist, and offer you 5 key ways in which you can successfully get out of a narcissistic relationship. So, let's jump right in. People are often unaware that their partner is a narcissist. Most of us are dazed by falling in love and the initial attention we get, that we tend to dismiss someone's abusive behavior as simply as them having a bad day. However, a narcissist will try to control and manipulate you and make you feel bad about yourself. Sometimes it can be difficult for people to tell if they're dealing with a narcissist because they might deeply care about the person who is causing them harm. Even though people are possibly being hurt by a loved one, many mutual memories and pleasant moments cause them to stay in this toxic narcissistic relationship. It is crucial to know that if your partner is a narcissist, you are very likely to experience negative things during your relationship. If you feel like it's all piling up and you fully realize that you just can't make it work anymore and you don't have the energy to try to fix things again, then it's time to take steps and get out of a narcissistic relationship. But before we continue, let us define who exactly a narcissist is. This will allow you to recognize whether you really are in a relationship with the narcissist and subsequently help you protect yourself from potential abuse. It's important to mention that the intensity of narcissistic behavior can greatly differ from person to person, but in short, a narcissist is someone who is extremely self-involved, up to a point where they ignore the needs of people around them. A narcissist doesn't understand the effect that their behavior has on other people. And while all of us may show occasional narcissistic behavior, true narcissists frequently disregard other people and their feelings. Here are 5 main personality traits and signs of a narcissist. Sign number 1. Delusion of being special. A common sign of people with narcissism is their belief that they are special and superior to others. They believe that they somehow deserve a special treatment and that others have the duty to fulfill that wish. Most of the time, they also believe that rules do not apply to them and feel that if they follow the rules like everybody else, they will not be special anymore. Also, they think they are never wrong. All of this, in essence, is a method of avoiding responsibility, because if they are never wrong, then there must be someone else who is wrong and responsible for bad things that come up. Sign number 2. Manipulation. One more very common sign of narcissism is the urge to manipulate and control others. A narcissist will at first try to leave a very pleasant and positive impression on you, but eventually it'll boil down to only one thing, and that one thing is them. Their own needs and desires will always come first. If necessary, a narcissist will not hesitate to exploit your trust in order to acquire something for themselves. Sign number 3. Absence of empathy. The inability to feel or show empathy is an important sign of narcissism. This means that the narcissist is unable to identify with or care about the feelings and troubles of other people. They are extremely self-centered and mainly care about their own needs. As mentioned before, this lack of compassion is also one of the key things preventing them from taking any responsibility. Sign number 4. Need for praise. One of the most obvious signs of a narcissist is their never-ending need for approval and admiration. People with narcissistic behavior need to feel accepted and praised by others in order to prolong the myth of being special. They will often boast and show off their accomplishments and exaggerate everything they have done. They love being admired because it amplifies their already massive ego. And sign number 5. Vanity. Narcissists see themselves as better than others, so they may become disrespectful or abusive when they don't get what they think they deserve. Essentially, they consider themselves superior to everyone else. This is why they may show arrogance when interacting with other people. Being rude and harsh to others is one of the key behaviors which may reveal a narcissist. Okay, now that we have that out of the way and we're able to recognize and confirm we're actually dealing with a narcissist, and assuming your mind is made up and you're firm in your decision to leave, it is time to go through 5 essential steps that will show you how to get out of a narcissistic relationship, move on, and not look back. Step number 1. Prepare well. Preparation is crucial if you intend to leave a narcissist, because a person with true narcissistic tendencies will try everything to pull you back in. Before even mentioning anything about your intentions to your partner, have everything planned out. First of all, make a list of reasons why you want to leave. This will be an important reminder in case you start second-guessing your decision later on. In case you're living together, have things like transportation or a new place to live all figured out. Also, you might want to pack some of your stuff before, so you can leave faster and avoid any unnecessary arguments. If you happen to share any legal, financial, or business obligations, make sure to create copies of all documents you might need access to and deal with everything ahead of your separation. Make sure any objects of value, like keys or documents, are with you. Doing all these things before you leave will help you have a cleaner split when the time comes. Also ensure that you have some supportive people around you after you leave, because this will guarantee your emotional well-being after you make your move. Step number 2. Trust your decision. When you finally make your decision to get out of your relationship, it can be beneficial to make it as quick as possible. Let your partner know that you're leaving and any additional other details that you want to share, but keep it as simple as that. Do not get into a lengthy conversation about your issues or your relationship, because the narcissist might try various things to pull you back in. They will shift blame, use your emotional condition and manipulation to make you go back to status quo. If your mind is made up and you're ready to go, make this a short and simple affair. Say what you need to say and just go. Keep your sentences short and try not to get emotional during your conversation. Don't explain yourself, and whatever you do not stay and listen to what they have to say. If you have any doubts that you might have difficulties leaving, have someone you know close by as a backup during this process. Having someone else as an objective observer might prevent your partner from trying to manipulate you or exploit your emotional state. Step number 3. Stop all contact. As hard as this step is, it is also imperative for your future well-being. Once you leave, prevent all unnecessary future contact with your ex-partner. If it's really necessary to stay in contact with them, try to do it in a controlled atmosphere with someone close to you present, or at a place where you feel safe and are less likely to be manipulated or abused in some way. Do not respond to text messages, emails, and calls unless it's something that you legally need to respond to. Otherwise, limit the ways in which you can be contacted by your ex. Additionally, make a list of every app and social media account you might have signed into or entered your details into, whether on a shared computer or a smartphone, and try to delete them all. Removing yourself from narcissists' bad influence will allow you to protect yourself emotionally and mentally, and it'll prevent them from luring you back into their world. Stick to your decision, log out, and move on. Step number 4. Be prepared. It is highly likely that your narcissist ex may try to get back at you or retaliate because they feel hurt and bitter. The realization that someone who is in their mind inferior to them was able to leave them might easily infuriate them. It is up to you to stop and think about your ex's typical behavior and their reactions to situations where they are not in control. Try to predict what sort of tactics they might use to contact you or draw you back into their life. Do your best to prepare for such behavior. Neutralize them in advance by changing your passwords on all your accounts, social media, bank account, basically any account they may have had access to before. This will prevent them from seeing your social media profiles and your daily activities. Also, disconnect from their friends on social media because they can also serve as a channel to your private life. You need to stay vigilant. After being in a relationship with a narcissist, you probably already know what sort of abusive tactics they might use. The reason you're leaving this relationship is to stop that behavior, and once you're out and in control of your own life, do all you can to keep it that way. And step number 5. Organize your support. Throughout your relationship, you might have felt isolated from your friends, family, and the rest of the world. Your old friends might not be there anymore. Nevertheless, the people who cared for you before will probably still lend you a helping hand if you contact them. Surround yourself with positive people and try to establish connections with these people early on, before you leave your narcissistic relationship. This will allow you to have someone to fall back on if you feel emotionally frail, and it can actually be a major factor in sticking to your decision and not slipping back into a narcissistic relationship. In case you don't have any support on a personal level at this moment, consider joining a support group, online or in your local community, because talking to people who have been in the same situation as you can be informative and comforting. Of course, leaving an abusive relationship can be emotional, and if you find that your self-esteem is low and you feel overwhelmed and unable to process everything, consider looking for professional help. Talking to a therapist can help you recover, rebuild your self-confidence, and move forward. In the end, give yourself some time to heal and take it easy. Don't rush into a new relationship right away. Try to put yourself first and rebuild all of your qualities that might have been neglected during your time with the narcissist. After a while, you will have a better, more focused idea of what you really need in your life. Recovery is a slow process, but eventually your reward will be freedom, and that's the only thing that matters. We've come to an end of another video, and I truly hope you enjoyed it and found some value in it. If so, please take a moment to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell for new videos that come out. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and see you next time.